Hi, my name is Adam Grayson, and I'd like to show you a Python script that I made for exporting multiple animations from one Maya scene. So you can see here that I have some raw mocap data, but instead of going through these hundreds of frames and picking out the different motions by hand, I can simply give the script several ranges of frames to export as separate animations. In addition, I can give each of these animations a unique file name. Animation ranges can be added or removed as the user sees fit. Once all of the desired animations and frame ranges are filled out, just press the Export Animations button to export each animation as its own FBX. And I'll just save them to my desktop right now for simplicity's sake. And there you go. You see all of those animations have been exported. So now I'm just going to import them one by one to show you that they all worked. So you may have noticed that I had a checkbox check that said move animations to start at frame 1. So what that does is it takes all of the animations that didn't previously start at frame 1, so you saw I had some ranges that were in the hundreds, and when those are exported into the FBXs, now the animations start at frame 1. So instead of going from, say, frame 100 to 200, now it would go from frame 1 to 101. And now I'm going to uncheck that checkbox to demonstrate what happens. And we're exporting. Those are going to override the old ones because they have the same file names. And when I import, you'll notice, well, this one starts at 1 because that's where it started to begin with. But this one, for example, didn't start at frame 1, and now you can see that it hasn't been moved to frame 1 like it was previously. So that checkbox just lets you either move the animations to frame 1 or to keep their original positions. And now I'd like to point out that those two little radio buttons down at the bottom let you either export everything in the scene or just export these selected. So right now I'm going to export both the cube and the sphere, and I'll just call it all, grab all the frames, and I'll just export it again to my desktop, import it, and show you that it got all that. There you go, both the cube and the sphere and all of their keyframes. Alright, so let's go back. And now I'm just going to do the cube. So I've just selected the cube, and then I'm going to click Select It Only, export it, and we'll import it. And as you can see in the outliner, we just have the cube. There's no more sphere, and we still have all of the cube's keyframes. So now I'm going to do the same thing with the sphere. Re-import it. And again, you'll notice in the outliner that there's only the sphere, no cube. And the sphere still has all of its keyframes. And I'd also like to point out that the script doesn't just export geometry animation, it exports any kind of animation that's going on in the scene. Anything that is keyframed will be exported if you select it. So for example, I've animated the diffuse color of this Lambert, and you'll notice that when I exported the cube, the Lambert that's animated that was applied to the cube also came with it in the FBX.